What up? It's Kales. And today we're about to get into some deep Sito world shit, you know what I'm saying? Coming to you straight from the lover's guidance, where spirituality is the reality of your spirit. You feel me? Trip crazy, you feel me? Shout out to the key. You know what I'm saying? Keep you a key around. You know, you always gonna have opportunities, and you always gonna be able to walk through doors. You feel me? All right. Let's get into the topic today. Today we're going to talk about who is the government. And the reason why I'm talking on this subject because, in the conscious community, and there's a lot of blame game going on. And that's a no-no when it comes to, real spirituality and real spirit. So because we point, y'all like when shit goes down, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like, man, I can't do this because of the government. I can't do this because, and y'all always point to that energy signature. And so this is where I come in as an angel of light to show you the dark area where you may be darkened at, and bring a certain light to you so that you can understand that you playing the blame game and you need to wake your ass up. You feel me? Now, if you blinded by politics a little bit, then this is really not for you because, you kind of already rocked to sleep, and I feel for you, you know what I'm saying? You're already into, voting and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And you think it's an actual chance, but this is really, you practicing a certain witchcraft on yourself, you know what I'm saying? But we gonna get into that. This is for more so the people who have some type of conscious awareness, you know what I'm saying? And so they coming into a new space, you know what I'm saying? Now on that in that new space, when you become consciously aware, you know what I'm saying? Say you live throughout your life and shit doesn't go into your favor, you know what I'm saying? And then you like, damn, it is the government, which it is they're doing, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? It's their doing, they do shit, you know what I'm saying? But overall, it's your choice. You know what I'm saying? It's your choice to accept, stay. Now, a lot of people think of this in a 3D term where they like, man, I just got to move out the state. But you need to know that you're not going anywhere that they don't have the same spirit. You know what I'm saying? You're not going anywhere that, unless you go somewhere off the grid where it's no fucking resources, that you're not going anywhere that they don't got the same spirit. So if you want to go somewhere where you can do some shit at, you know what I'm saying, you gonna damn near stay around the government. You know what I'm saying? Now, so what you want to do is you want to travel spiritually. So this is when you start waking up and you be like, damn, I do not fuck with this shit. Then you automatically by default start spiritually traveling, astral traveling, which is basically you having a certain thought. You know what I'm saying? That's astral projection. And once you start to travel in that thought, give it time, give it feeling, allow other thoughts to accumulate, you know what I'm saying? Resonate in that space a little more. This is when you start astral traveling. And then you start attracting a certain energy from that space. Now, this is how you also fall into traps like conspiracy theories, because they know people are going to do this. You know what I'm saying? So they set up conspiracy theories and shit for you to occupy yourself, you know what I'm saying, with, until you get over that phase. You know what I'm saying? And that's when your real work begins. Because it's always inner travel. It's never outer travel. So you can travel on the internet all you want. You know what I'm saying? But it's only very limited information on the internet when it comes to searching for the actual truth. So now we're going to talk about who is the government. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, y'all play blame game and y'all point like, damn, this government fucked up, right? But y'all don't even know who the actual people are. So we're going to break down the actual energy signature of what the actual government is. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's just a light ray. It's just an idea. It's just an information, because y'all don't know who them people is. So y'all be like, damn, it's the government fault. And y'all can't even place responsibility on the people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to place it on an idea. You know what I'm saying? So it get deep. Y'all got to place it on an idea. Now, that idea, the government in general, when you say the government, you point to a certain light ray. You know what I'm saying? When you say car, you point to a certain light ray. You know what I'm saying? You travel there spiritually. So you're gaining a certain information. You're gaining a certain influence. When you say outside, you go there spiritually. You know what I'm saying? First. And so you need to know that everything is created from the spirit realm and it comes into fruition. It comes into physicality. You get what I'm saying? And so, you know what I'm saying? Once we say government, you know, and it's, which is basically a space, you know what I'm saying, esoterically, an idea, an information, we go there, you know, and we agree with these terms and conditions. This is how you live under the government. You know what I'm saying? This is how you live under that light. This is how you live under that idea. Now, what actually is in that space? You know what I'm saying? Now, it tells you in the word, like a lot of these words are spells. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that they created. You know, you got Monday through Saturday. You know, those are sealed energies. You know what I'm saying? Moon day, you know, through Sunday, which is the sun's actual day. So it get deep. They get deep with this shit. So what actually space are you going to when you say the government? So let's break it down. Govern, what is that? That's Saturn. You know what I'm saying? And what is meant? You know what I'm saying? So what are they governing? What are they governing? They're governing your mentality. Government, right? Mentality equals Mercury. Govern equals Saturn. Mentality equals Mercury. Govern equals Saturn. So if you live under the government, you know, you want to know what type of influences you're hidden by, and they tell you in plain sight. Saturn and Mercury. Now, you say, I got my notes here. Now you say, now what does this have to do with astrology? That's what you say. That's what you say. That's what you say. You say, what, Kales? Why? What? Like, what? This don't even make no sense. Like, what does it have to do with a planet in the sky? Well, don't you get up when the sun come up? Don't you got a birthday? Ain't the calendar based off the motherfucking, ain't the calendar based off the sun travels? Don't you celebrate holidays and their equinoxes and then their solstices? Now, just because you don't know how to seal a word, a letter, you know, make a sign and sigil, which basically what they was doing in Egypt anyway. Basically, this is how they came up with the letter system. You know what I'm saying? The Greeks, you know what I'm saying? And got that from, you know, the Egyptians and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you understand that these are letter systems, these letter systems are energy, frequency, vibrations that they was receiving and trying to seal energy to basically make a certain to capture a certain frequency vibration. This is basically what logos are. You know what I'm saying? So now we got other people coming in trying to interpret that, and they using that what they for. And so now we using language, and we basically building, you know what I'm saying? Basically building from the inside out, you know, what is our reality today based off that. So just because you don't know how to seal an energy frequency from the planet, don't mean that these motherfuckers don't know how. They run the world. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. It's really simple. So now you got govern, which is Saturn, and mint, which is Mercury. Okay, so we getting into we gonna start with govern. We're gonna start with govern, which is Saturn. Now Saturn is your boundaries, where you place boundaries, restrictions, and limits, and where you receive them. It's our incapabilities, what we're capable of. You know what I'm saying? And so this is where we even get the concept of governing something anyway. You know what I'm saying? All the Capricorns, they rule by Saturn. They know about boundaries, restrictions, and limits. And Aquariuses. You know what I'm saying? We also know, I'm Aquarius, so I know about boundaries, restrictions, and limits. I know what I want to let people know and what I don't want to let people know. You know what I'm saying? So that's simple. Now, Mercury, this is where we communicate, analyze, think. We use practicality, and you know what I'm saying? We use metaphors. You know what I'm saying? So what are they governing? They're governing your mentality, because this is where Saturn comes in, creates boundaries, restrictions, and limits on our mentality. You know what I'm saying? On what we communicate about. So they're governing, they're governing, aka placing boundaries, restrictions, and limits, and showing, giving you what you're capable of, on what you can communicate about, what you analyze, what you think about. You know what I'm saying? And how we commune as a community. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when you outside, you don't know why you feel that you got to act a certain way, but it's an influence. It's an influence. You under a government. They governing your mentality. Point blank period. You know what I'm saying? So that's the job of the government. Now, we use Mercury and Saturn all the time. You know what I'm saying? So if you wanted to start a business, which Saturn deals with business, because this is, to have a business, you have to have a limit to your business. You have to have a certain restriction to where people can and can't do, you know what I'm saying? And you have to have a certain, boundaries, you know what I'm saying? And to for that business to actually construct, it has to have a flow, basically. You know what I'm saying? It has to have thoughts, it has to have community, it takes community. It takes a certain way to think and analyze and practice and use practicality. And so this is when we use our own Mercury and Saturn. You know what I'm saying? So you always using these things whether you like it or not. It's not about is this real or not. You using this shit whether you like it or not. Now, depending on how big into a small magnitude is basically contingent on you. You know what I'm saying? So now this is where we even get, now business don't deal with emotion. You know what I'm saying? Business don't deal with pleasure. Business don't deal with emotion. Now, because neither does these planets. Now, even if you know into astrology a little bit, you understand that Saturn, which is the ruler of Capricorn, is opposite to Cancer. You know what I'm saying? So Cancer is emotional. You know what I'm saying? Cancer deals with the feelings because the moon rules there. Now, just because you a Cancer, don't run around and just say, no, I'm not just emotional. We accumulation of all of these things, but this is just, if it's your sun sign or your moon sign, this is how you go about those things. You may go about these things in a more emotional way. You know what I'm saying? And far as Mercury is opposite to Gemini. And I'm sorry, Mercury is opposite. Gemini rules Mercury. Wait, Mercury rules Gemini, and Gemini is opposite to Sagittarius, and Sagittarius deals with morality and spirituality. You know what I'm saying? So, this is when we get to, right and wrongs, but we're going to get to that. So basically they create a structure for you to operate within, you know what I'm saying? And this keeps your emotions, you know what I'm saying, and your spirituality within that infrastructure that they create. You know what I'm saying? AKA they govern your mentality. So once they govern your mentality, first they get that, and then where the mind goes, the body follows. Then they can get the rest of you. You know what I'm saying? And so this is how, you build what they want you to build. Now, if someone has created a government that isn't for you, you know what I'm saying, then you need to know that it's never going to be for you. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Yes, sir. I have to take a shot. Get the spirit. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now, if someone has created a government for you, you need to know that it's never going to be for you. And your only option is to remove yourself from that government. AKA take your mentality, which is your spaceship spiritually, that's the metaphor for it. You know what I'm saying? And fly it elsewhere. AKA you discover your own boundaries, restrictions, and limits. You set your own boundaries, restrictions, and limits. And you don't take no shit. You know what I'm saying? You create those. You know what I'm saying? You create something that flows the way you flow. And that's how you get from under the government. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is where people get lost because they taught y'all that this was about morality. And so, right from wrong, 2,000 years, this has never been about morality. That's what you need to understand, and it never will be. So it tells you what you're under. It tells you you're under a government. You're under a Saturn model, and you're under a Mercury model, and they're using Saturn to govern your mentality. And so they don't deal with emotions. It's opposite of Cancer, and that don't deal with morality. That's opposite of spirituality. You know what I'm saying? So that tells you in general, everything that's even built up under this is still under that governmentality, even the religions, even the morality, even what they present to you on TV. You know what I'm saying? So it get deep. Now, basically, what they'll do is they'll pick a person that has the same sentiments because, you know what I'm saying, if you have emotions, they understand we all have emotions. So they see how we react, you know what I'm saying? And they sit back and they'll pick a person that maybe has some traction, you know what I'm saying? And they'll say, okay, this is our guy. And they'll use him or her, as the agenda for what they want to exemplify. So basically either they'll use the person to as a part of their agenda because they like the way that person operates under the government, you know what I'm saying? And it still kind of caters to y'all a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can get a little, so they can pacify y'all, you know what I'm saying? Or they'll use that person as an agenda and eradicate his ass. You know what I'm saying? They'll go to the limbs. So that's what you need to know. So always watch what's broadcasted, you know what I'm saying, from the news channels, you know what I'm saying, because it's still, they're trying to govern your mentality. You know what I'm saying? So this should get deep, for real. So they'll give you somebody like Trump, basically, that'll be like, oh, the coronavirus isn't real, just for months later for him to catch it. You know what I'm saying? So that if you was in that mentality, you can now question it. So, you know what I'm saying? It gets deep. They really deep with this shit. Y'all don't understand how deep they is with this shit. And what they don't like, really, is people like me, myself, you know what I'm saying, other people, in the subconscious community and that really understand this shit. They don't like us having influences. And so they'll either censor us, they'll take away, they'll muzzle you, you know what I'm saying, aka, cut off your, y'all see it now, you know what I'm saying, with the coronavirus shit under the motherfucking, videos and shit like that. Now all of this shit, but it's tricky though, because some of that shit they put out there and they censor that shit but that's why you gotta watch what's like catches traction, because usually 9 times out of 10 that's the shit that they want you to see. You know what I'm saying? Now, so you got to watch what's broadcasted. They don't like angels, the people that come and give you a higher perspective of what they doing that could possibly change how you think about government and pretty much put your own power back into your own hands, because that's a big no-no. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, it's like, who told them they can censor, somebody that deserves the right to be the right to be smart, just and know what they know, you know what I'm saying? And that right there in that moment tells you that it's not about morality, you know what I'm saying? It's not about what's right and wrong, it's about government. It's about governing your mentality. So, telling people to vote, I understand that some of y'all be like lost and rocked to sleep and shit, and I feel for you, like, but telling people to vote is like lostness, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they gave y'all that to be busy with, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can understand that they need y'all to believe in that, you know what I'm saying? To the point where now you're gonna be at the point where if you start understanding your own shit, you can build your own government, you know what I'm saying? You can build your own government, but you have to understand the the depths of yourself and where you came from. You know what I'm saying? So it gets deep. You know what I'm saying? So let me go to my next page. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So even like whistleblowers and shit like that, right? Like people that sit on the internet all day and just share, you know, whistleblowers are basically people that kind of blow up the spot. They kind of know information, like what I was saying at the beginning of the video, like when you start traveling outside because you don't fuck with the actual shit. And so you start getting busy with conspiracy theories and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand that y'all not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not really doing nothing. I mean, it's okay to tell the truth, but like once you understand the truth, it's like if you don't start going beyond that and you don't start creating your own shit, then you don't understand that, you know, you're not really telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? You're just really just feeding. If I was a whistleblower and I sent, you know, of how I sent you something and I was like, and basically that energy, what I sent you, basically a DM or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or a picture, and I sent you that, and I wanted you to look at it because it's wrong, then I'm helping their agenda. Because at the end of the day, if I'm receiving something like that and I'm looking at it and I know it's wrong, you know what I'm saying? I already know. Okay, what we gonna do next? You know what I'm saying? Okay, what we gonna do next? We just gonna keep telling, you know, we gonna keep just whistleblowing. We gonna keep whistleblowing? Like whistleblowing don't do a goddamn thing. You feel me? What they really don't like I said, is people telling the truth like me that can actually change their shit, that will actually change their shit. And that's getting a soul group, aka people that have like-minded, and once we all be in that space spiritually and all resonate with that same space and all add on to that same space with our faith, creativity, and imagination, once we do that, starts fucking you know what I'm saying, where attention goes, energy flows. So being in that space in general is just gonna start manifesting more shit. That's why there's people on the internet like me right now. You know what I'm saying? It's people on the internet like me right now that's really out here that's telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, follow the Lover's Guidance. You know, follow the Lover's Guidance. You know, subscribe. You know, throw some ones at the Lover's Guidance Cash App. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. You know, it's time for y'all to start really understanding what y'all are doing. So I don't want to hear none of y'all niggas blaming the government, you know what I'm saying, for anything, and y'all talking about vote. Because I just broke it down what it is. Like the government, they don't deal with morality. So you voting for the right thing don't exist. That's an illusion. You get what I'm saying? That's stupid. Like you gotta like anyway, you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep rocking like the way we rocking. And once we rock the way we rock, we already like our mentality, like the boundaries and restrictions that I'm under, you know what I'm saying, ain't that. You know what I'm saying? The mentality that I operate within ain't that. So I have my own government. You get what I'm saying? So if we all do that together, we have our own government. And that's what we deserve. So once we deserve that and we keep pushing that out into the world and we come together, it'll crystallize. AKA we using these energies above us. We using our own Saturn energy. AKA, so we're going to manifest some material. We're going to manifest some metals. You know what I'm saying? Some restrictions, some shit. We're communicating, so it's going to make sense. We're using our Mercury. You know what I'm saying? So we reeling that into reality. And so we making that a thing. You know what I'm saying? We making that real. And so the universe and God has to deliver. So don't get lost. Don't get lost in, you know, y'all looking for a savior. You know what I'm saying? The only savior is yourself. So understand that first. It's Kels from Cito World and the Lover's Guidance. I'm out.